Back again for another vlog. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are enjoying the vlog and the channel so far. Got a couple of things that I want to do today, a couple of things that I want to talk about today. Specifically, I was asked a couple of questions, so this is going to be a little bit of an impromptu Q&A, which I will do from time to time. So if you have questions that you would like to ask, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at ThadW44, same as my YouTube channel, at ThadW44. So you can find me on any one of those. I would love to connect with you. If you have questions, I would love to answer them. But I have 3 questions that I want to answer today in this episode of Q&A, which is actually the second Q&A. So here we go. This is what we're talking about. So somebody this last week asked me, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And so I began to explain what a vlog was, and I realized the more that I tried to explain to him what a vlog was, the more I realized that this isn't really a vlog. This isn't a proper daily vlog, or, you know, a couple of uploads a week, because I'm not really taking you through my day. It's more of just YouTube content. And I think Casey Neistat said it best, where he said that he wasn't really a vlogger or whatever, but before he was a vlogger, he was a YouTube content creator. I feel like that is probably the best way to describe what this is, or at least for me, what this is. That's the what I'm doing. Also, I just realized, then he asked me like the $1 million question. He was like, and then why are you doing this? And the why is kind of a 2-part answer. Like, there's kind of a bigger reason and then kind of a sub reason. One of the things that I'm most passionate in life about is to help people and to see them succeed and achieve greater things than they could maybe by themselves. And that I absolutely love it when I can play even just a small part in somebody really being successful and really moving forward and doing that. And I love that, because one of the cool things that happens when you follow God's plan for your life is He opens doors of opportunity. And when you hone your skills and you take the opportunities that you're given, you can really see some phenomenal results. And I believe that biblical principles lead us to phenomenal results. I believe that with all of my heart. And so I try to share biblical principles, and I try to share scripture that's meaningful and that teaches and leads us how to be successful in life. So that's kind of the big part of what I'm doing, or why I'm doing this, is because I love to create content that helps people do that. And the other part of the content, kind of the smaller thing, is, and this is like, I just won't be shameless about this, but I also realize as I'm getting older and progressing in ministry that I need to figure out how to do more than just work at a church or whatever, and to create another revenue stream. And while I don't think for 2 seconds, not even a nanosecond, do I think I'm going to be like YouTube famous, or that this is going to create some kind of income for me, that's not what I'm after. That's not what I'm doing. What I am doing is trying to fine-tune this craft, learn how to be creative and edit, learn video and how to shoot and do some creative things, which I haven't done a ton of yet because I'm still figuring out just how to make this work. Learning how to create content very creatively, how to create content and tell stories, be a person that can create great content, and that, I think, is going to be an a source of revenue. And so this is kind of just training, like this is schooling, if you will. And so I did produce a TV show for 5 years. I miss doing that. I just kind of was, as I was thinking about it, I miss the editing process. I miss looking at things with a creative eye differently, about how you can capture images and all of that stuff. And I just realized that, hey, that was something that I really enjoyed, I really liked. And so the why behind why I'm doing this is because I really want to do this better than I've done in the past. And so the only way to get better at something is to do it, is to force yourself to do it. And I chose this as the medium to do that and to create that. And I've got some awesome plans any day now, as soon as DJI decides to actually ship. I've got a drone coming, so I want to be able to do some creative shots with drone footage and flying a drone and learning some of that stuff, and I'm excited about it. The other why kind of ties back to the first thing, and I mentioned a few episodes ago that I was working on a project that I wasn't really ready to talk about, but I felt like this might be a good time to talk about that because it also kind of introduces the next question that I'm going to talk about. One of my friends from Colorado asked me a little while ago, and he just simply said, "Hey, can you talk more about leadership? And can you do some leadership training videos and some stuff like that?" Well, the answer is yes, I can. And that's exactly what I intend to do. So we're creating and developing a website right now. I'm kind of doing it on my own, so looking for some partners and working with a few friends and some people to create a resource for ministry leaders, for young adults, high school, middle school, youth, pastors and leaders and volunteers, creating a resource platform. We're going to call it the Lift Innovators because we're going to talk about innovating, introducing new ideas, and taking and creating new content, new things for people. And so I'm really excited about that. I won't give you the website because even if you went to the website right now, it wouldn't be there because it's still under development. We're still working on creating the content, but we're going to post lots of leadership videos, lots of leadership things. I think it's going to be super exciting to do that and create a resource. One of the things that I've noticed in the ministry space of training and leadership talks is you have kind of this really steep curve where you've got kind of the middle small churches and the youth pastors and leaders and people who are kind of struggling out here, and then like there's really no in between. Then you just jump up to like these mega church pastors, and they're creating a ton of content and leadership stuff. Awesome. And many of them started down here and they made it to here, so they do know what they're talking about. That's not at all what I'm saying, that they don't know what they're talking about. But it seems to me that there's space somewhere in between for a small to mid-church leader to help other small and mid-church leaders with some resources, instead of it just being like the mega big name people and stuff. And so that's kind of where this is headed to. And so that's another part of the why is this channel is going to stay the same. This is just going to be my personal creative outlet to have fun with and to share these messages and these kind of videos. And then we're going to create a separate thing for the Lift Innovators, which is going to be an exciting thing. So question number 3, can I talk about leadership? Yes, I can. That's a really wide open question and a really broad subject and topic. So I'm just going to give you a couple of things that I think are super important, like just some foundational basic stuff for leadership. And the first thing that is, so if you're listening to this, don't say, "Oh, I'm not a leader," and turn this off, because here's number one foundation. Everyone is a leader. Absolutely everyone on the planet is a leader, even if you're only the leader of one. We all have to lead ourselves well. And so everybody is a leader at some level. And I think that's the first and the most important thing to know about leadership, is everybody's a leader. So when we look at people, and especially as if you're leading a department, a ministry, a business, or something like that, when you look at people, we don't look at them as just a resource to be managed, but we look at them as future leaders. We figure out where they're gifted, where they're uniquely talented, where we can put them into a position that they can grow and blossom and win, because when we do that, they become great leaders, and your department multiplies, your ministry multiplies. Just so many good things happen when you take that approach, when you understand that absolutely everybody is a leader and everybody has something to give. When you understand that and you get that principle, you immediately level up your leadership. You immediately level up your influence, which is probably the number 2 basic thing about leadership. Is I would just say this: leadership is influence. And so the more you invest into people, the more influence they let you have in their life. So there's kind of 2 types of leadership. There's positional leadership, and then there's relational leadership. So positional leadership would be like if you worked at a gas station and you had the night shift manager and you worked on the night shift. So that would be positional leadership, where you have to do what he says because his position is higher than yours in the organization. And so when shift manager says, clean the toilets or whatever the bad job is at a gas station, you have to do that, and you have to do that if you want to continue to receive a paycheck, because positionally he told you what to do. So that's kind of positional leadership, where you lead because of your position and people do what you say because you hold a higher rank organizationally than they do and than they have. And then there's relational leadership, or influential leadership, which is people follow you and they get on board and understand and grab a hold of the vision, and you work together cohesively as a team because they have given you influence in their life. They value what you say, they value what you teach, they value what you do. And so my opinion is that influential leadership is significantly better than positional leadership. So whether you're leading a ministry or a department or a business or whatever, you're even if you're a teacher or you're leading a classroom or you're leading a team captain or something like that, just remember that positional leadership will only ever take you so far. Just telling people what to do because you're in charge or because you're the leader will only ever take you so far. But as you begin to invest into those people, as you begin to learn who they are, you learn what their strengths and weaknesses are, and you spend time with them and you invest with them, they will give you influence into your life, and your words will carry so much more weight. They'll listen so much closer, and it'll be much easier to lead a cohesive team from a relational platform, from relational leadership. So those are kind of two big things about leadership that not necessarily people don't know, and that's not like groundbreaking or anything, but I think it's a good idea for people to know that and to understand that. Lots of fun stuff coming up in the future. This week is so crazy. I'm so excited that we're almost done with No Shave November. Here is the close-up update on No Shave November. Look at this mess. It's terrible. I'm so glad we're just down to just the final few days, and we're done with No Shave November. I am ready for this to be gone. I'm ready for it to be gone. Traveling on Wednesday, so hopefully I'll be able to upload towards the end of the week. I don't know what the internet situation is. Well, I do know what the internet situation is going to be like at Little Beaver Camp, and it's not great. So we'll see how that whole upload situation goes, but I do plan on taking my camera and we'll get a bunch of shots and footage and maybe introduce some new people to you. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Like the video down below, share it if it helped you, and we'll see you on the next episode.